Ridwan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ranjit. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening for everyone. Greeting from Bangkok. My name is Dr. Ridwan Gustiana. I'm regional health specialist working in Unicef IAPRO. I'm here with my colleagues Isabel Kantan, our specialist on emergency supply chain. So we're presenting our current initiative on the establishment of the regional LTA on green and safe healthcare waste equipment. Slide, please. So if you see this is a picture we're trying to avoid, I think, where the children is exposed to hazardous materials from the waste generated from probably this one is also not only from healthcare but also from mixed with general waste. Slide, please. So what we motivated us in terms of our initiative, basically, of course, we know that we have just recently the COVID pandemic, where you see that from the evaluation that in terms of COVID, we see that there are lack of resources, infrastructures, tools, budget, and green and safe equipment in terms of healthcare waste management. And of course, various publications from Unicef, WHO also provide the context and the background why we need to find other solution that was basically become one of the main solution for treating the healthcare waste from the health facilities. Next slide, please. So from the COVID-19, there is a global analysis of healthcare in terms of context of COVID-19. I think this is published in recently in 2022. And you can, of course, seek this. It is very interesting reading. But I think I just want to quote that from this reading is, I think the ultimate aim for treating the healthcare waste should be aimed to use non-burning technologies such as autoclave. And the analysis also quoted that over time, the non-burning technology will cost less. Next slide, please. WHO also recently released a publication about on the climate resilience and sustainable healthcare facility. I think this is very interesting guidance for countries on complying to a more climate resilient in terms of healthcare waste management. I think I just read a quote that healthcare waste management services are essential to quality of care and infection prevention control in healthcare facility. Important advances and commitment in this area have been achieved in recent years. But also the guidance also quoted that the total amount of waste generated by healthcare facilities, 15% considered hazardous. This could be infectious, toxic, and radioactive. And of course, some of the concerns also include lack of a proper disposal of syringes, open burning, and incineration in the healthcare wastes. I think if everyone's been working on emergency supply chain or healthcare waste management, this is something which probably our concerns. Next slide, please. I quoted some of the finding, also the guidance on COVID-19. Of course, this is also very important that in terms of guidance that the preferable use of available technology, it should be accordance to the Stockholm Convention, such as the contamination of waste and by autoclave or similar procedure or high temperature incineration. Next slide, please. So there is quite around 5 years guidance on which is also released by WHO on the overview of a technology, the treatment of infectious and sub-waste healthcare facility. And the guidance mentioned about technology in accordance to international convention, which is using the low heat-based and chemical-based processes. But I know from in the recent year, there are a lot of new technology coming out for healthcare waste equipment, including the use of autoclave, microwave, and heat friction, which we, Unicef IAPRO, interested to know more the availability and also what is the recent technology available to be used and to comply to this guidance. Next slide, please. So our initiative is basically trying to, of course, first seek the informations or seek researching or landscape analysis on what's equipment available in the market globally. And then we're trying to establish a regional LTA to help countries to procure a high quality green equipment. This solution aim that offer first reduction of unsafe risk to healthcare workers during waste management operations. The solution also will reduce exposure to dioxins, furans to the healthcare workers, their communities and the environment. Reduction of the waste volume in health facilities. And also we're trying to also have the solution with in terms of bundling service, such as installation, training, spare part, and warranty. So the country can have enabled and solution that can be fast track, and if they are interested to use the adapt to the new technologies. Next slide, please. So in the process itself, in April 2022, we published an RFI to seek all the information and come up to ask the manufacturers about their technology. And then we have positive response from around 22 manufacturers and suppliers. And leading to that, we are then launched a global RFP in March 2023. And then from that, there's 11 manufacturers globally responded, and based on our evaluations and which adapt to our criteria and intended criteria, we have at the moment 5 manufacturers awarded the LTA, separated between the supply and the services, where most of the technology or manufacturer is going to present after me. Next slide, please. In summary, we have 10 LTAs, as I mentioned, 5 manufacturers divided between products. We divided the products LTA and the service LTA. So each country can access both different either products or services to these manufacturers. At the moment, the technology itself, so the LTA for the products, including the FCA to port to airport, and the 2 years spare part, and also 2 years of warranty. The 5 LTA services is this including for installation, commissioning, and training for the in local languages. In summary, we have 3 base technology. We have autoclave with shredders, microwave with shredders, and heat friction. For autoclave with shredder, we have Tessellus, which is going to present as well after here. And also we have microwave with shredders. We have Bertin's, EcoSteriles, Vertisa, and the manufacturer using
dealing with the Asian market. So I'm based in Singapore, and today I'm very happy to share more details with you regarding our innovative solution for medical waste management called Sterilwave. Next, please. So as a quick introduction regarding Bertin Technology. So Bertin Technology, we are a French industrial group company based in Paris with several offices around the world. Our main branches and our main focus in terms of activity are defense and security, nuclear, space, big science, life science, and obviously hospital waste management. We are around over 150 million euros company. And as you can see, more than half of our business is done outside of Europe and France. Next, please. So now let's go straight to Sterilwave. So Sterilwave is a microwave-based technology. So as Ridwan was saying before, it's a non-burning technology. Basically, Sterilwave, how does it work? Sterilwave is a compact system, a plug-and-play solution, only using electricity, that will enable you guys, any hospitals and any laboratories, to convert any kind of infectious waste within 30 minutes. So you will have shredding, sterilization, and after 30 minutes, you have a totally unrecognizable final waste. In a nutshell, Sterilwave is a safe, easy-to-use solution, eco-friendly, and that will enable you guys to sterilize any kind of infectious waste. Next, please. In order to present you this solution, I would like Sophie to share about our video. It will show you how we do convert infectious waste to safe, inert infectious waste to municipal waste. So Sterilwave is a full range of solution from 20 kilogram per hour to up to 180 kilogram per hour. Without any segregation, you can shred and decontaminate any kind of waste, needles, glass, tubing, metallic parts, filters, anatomical parts. And how does it work? On the first step, you will load all the infectious waste into the vessel. You press on the button, and automatically after 30 minutes, with using microwave technology, you will sterilize all the infectious waste. And as you can see, the final waste is totally unrecognizable, dry, and safe, with a volume reduction and weight reduction and no biological risk at the end. Some example of waste that we do treat. Here in Vietnam, we've been dealing a lot with vials and blood bags. We can easily handle bandages in Bangladesh, and as well some glass vials and leftover vaccines. Here in India, syringes and catheter. Without any problem, we can deal with it. The final waste of all of this is weight reduction, up to 25%. Volume reduction as well, up to 85%. The final waste is dry and unrecognizable and inert and ready to be disposed as a municipal waste. Sterilwave today is an approved technology worldwide with test acceptances in the US, France, UK, Australia, China, and Japan. We passed all the acceptance tests in more than 70 countries, and we are obviously compliant with the highest norm regarding infectious waste management. All right, now we can go on the next slide. Here is a quick screenshot regarding what are the disadvantages today to have open burning for infectious waste. So quite straightforward, open burning just produce some emission that will directly infect you guys, the population, but not only us. The soil contamination, but as well the groundwater, which will come back to us at the end with the water that we're drinking and the food that we are eating. Next slide, please. Sterilwave is a green technology because we are a very low energy consuming system. So it's a plug and play solution only using electricity, less than 15 kilowatt hour. We don't need any water for sterilization, and we don't need any draining system to play and to run this machine. Furthermore, we don't have any external equipment needed, such as water softener, external shredder system to make the machine running. The system that we do propose is a HEPA filter for the vapor emission, because microwave technology basically is a dry heat solution, converting moisture into steam. So we are just proposing the HEPA filter. It's a low greenhouse emission compared to existing technologies on the market, and it enables any government, any countries, any hospital in the world to drastically reduce the CO2 emission compared to the current process. Next slide, please. As an example, in Cambodia, we've been supplying over 100 units, and the government really wanted to shift from incineration to green technology in order to do some promotion regarding environmental sustainability. And the Asian Development Bank shared a study out of 42 units, 42 hospitals using Sterilwave. And as you can see, the CO2 emission has been drastically divided by 5. So Sterilwave compared to incineration today is definitely a good answer if you want to reduce your greenhouse emissions. Next slide, please. Furthermore, in 2022, we have been awarded by the United Nations, and more precisely the UNIDO, through the Global Call 2022, and as a green and innovative technology solution toward net zero for healthcare waste management. Next slide, please. As a conclusion, Sterilwave definitely allows you to decontaminate any kind of infectious waste, and in a very good manner, such as in an eco-friendly manners. We don't need any liquid effluent. With this technology, there is a positive impact on the environment. Again, we only require electricity. And at the end, you can store the final waste for a long time, and you can even recycle it in some examples. Secondly, it's a very safe technology. So we're only using atmospheric pressure. We don't have any risk of explosion or irradiation. All the shredding and the sterilization is done in one single vessel. And finally, you don't need a skilled operator to work on this machine. We do comply with the highest standards, such as the ISO, CE, the STAT 3, and as well the norm NFX 3501. Finally, we do have a global technical expertise. So in every country where we are present, we have a technical team and we have a local distributor who is ready to perform the maintenance, the installation, but as well the after-sales service. Bertin Technology today, we have a technical support based in France, in the USA, but as well in Singapore. And our success story for around 10 years is over 800 installations worldwide in developed countries, but as well, and above all, in low-income countries, where 95% of our installations are done. Next, please. So as a conclusion, Sterilwave is an optimal on-site solution for hospital, since that we do have a very low energy consumption and only using electricity, safe technology, eco-friendly, where we don't use any water, any liquid effluent, efficient and compliant with all international standards. Next, please. If you have any question, I would be more than happy to answer it. Please stay in touch, and thank you very much for your attention.